Welcome in, everybody, for the Week 7 early look NFL picks against the spread and betting lines show. I'm going to give my 4 favorite picks of the week coming up right here. First, we're going to do a quick recap and look back at last week. We ended up going 2-2 with the Bengals and the football team, covering their respective games. So we started out good on the 1 o'clock slate, but then the Cowboys and the Packers were both blown out after that. So we started out strong, but we finished a little weaker, but I think we can improve from that this week. So I'm going to get right into it. First is the Cleveland Browns at -110. So far this year, the Browns have performed surprisingly well, but their offensive injuries are going to hold them back this week. Baker Mayfield's health is still in question, and that'll be a big determinant of how this game goes. The Bengals have improved since their last matchup this year also. They played a close game against the Colts last week where they narrowly lost in a comeback from Phillip Rivers. This feels like it's going to be another close game. I wouldn't even rule out a Bengals win or a possible money line bet at some point later this week. It just really depends on Baker Mayfield's health. It's up in the air right now. He was benched at the end of last game for Case Keenum, so we're going to have to follow that closely. But I really like this line as it is right now. All right, now we're going to be moving on to the Jacksonville Jaguars +7.5 versus the LA Chargers at -110. The Chargers have been impressive this year, without a doubt, with rookie Justin Herbert definitely performing above expectations. But it just feels like 7.5 is too large of a number to lay for them right now. The Jags should be getting a little bit healthier with DJ Chark and Laviska Shenault, adjusting, coming back from injury. And the Chargers have played close games every game so far this year. I think the Chargers, with Anthony Lynn's coaching style, I don't see a blowout for them. When they have the lead, they don't tend to keep passing. They tend to switch to the running game. We could see a lot of Justin Jackson in this game, Joshua Kelly. It's really up in the air, but 7.5 just feels like way too big of a number to lay for this rookie-led Chargers team. I'm a fan of them. I like the potential that they show, but with the inconsistencies that we've seen throughout the year, this number just feels too big. I don't think Jacksonville is quite as bad as people are making them out to be, and I definitely think they can keep this game close. So, Jacksonville +7.5. Unfortunately, we are now ending our underdog streak. We're going to be going with the Dallas Cowboys -1.5 versus the Washington football team at -110. Washington is not equipped to beat the Dallas Cowboys, just flat out. Cowboys' defense is incredibly weak, but Washington's offense is just not good enough to take advantage of that fact, as we've seen from the quarterback play from Kyle Allen, the receiver play with practically Terry McLaurin against the world. It's not good. Almost any team could take advantage of this Dallas team except the Washington Football League. It's just not a good matchup. Washington's defense has performed well this year, but I'm not sure it'll be good enough to get them this win against the Cowboys. 1.5 isn't enough points. I would still probably be on this up to 3 points, maybe even 3.5. I'm a Washington fan. I like the team. I root for the team, but I just don't see us winning this game. We are just not matched up appropriately to take down the Dallas Cowboys. Next up, I'm going to be talking about the Seahawks -3.5 versus the Arizona Cardinals at -113. Seattle will be coming off a bye week much healthier, hopefully with the return of Jamal Adams, their defensive leader. Arizona crushed the Cowboys without looking very impressive. Kyler was 9 for 24 with 188 passing yards and a 36% completion rate. When you blow a team out like the Cowboys, and those are the numbers you put up, there's got to be some questions around that. I like Kyler. He's a good player, but that's not sitting with me well. I think Seattle's defense isn't great, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely better than the Cowboys, and this is going to be a division game where the Seahawks are going to be really playing for the future, playing for a playoff spot, making sure the Cardinals don't see them later in the season in a potential playoff race. I think the Seahawks are going to be well rested off a bye week. They're a well-coached team with Pete Carroll, and I think 3.5 is a good number to lay for Seattle. So we've got 2 underdogs with the with the Jaguars and the Bengals, and then we've got 2 favorites with the Cowboys and the Seahawks. This is going to be a good week. There are a lot of close games. Hopefully you guys stick with me later in the week to see some DraftKings predictions and some player props. We did really well this week with the player props, going 5-8 on Sunday and then 3-4 on Monday. So I'm feeling good. Check out the Twitter. It'll be in the description. I appreciate you watching this. Thank you.